Good.
Just defeat the world, defeat the wall. Got the guy go fighting on his dog. Looking for the ass, looking for the pocket, looking for over the mouse, and if you don't make the house, you can be a master. Inhale with a smile. You can beat the track, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, don't wait for love. Let it go yourself and you go up and down. You can run the hell with a smile.
Peace.
As an overseas, as an overseas to be speaking in really good fluent English to be working here in Australia, because the job of the pharmacist is to explain the patients how they've got to be taking their medication, and it's got to be really good.
Yeah, no further questions. We'll get started on the exam. So Mrs. Russell comes to the pharmacy with Oliver.
And then this Australian Pharmacy Authority, you've got to give an equivalency exam that if you pass, you're equivalent to anyone who's had 4 years degree in Australia. Once you sort of pass that exam, then you've got to have 2,000 hours paid training in a pharmacy. Once you finish that, then there's another exam. It's called stage 2. That's a registration exam. That's a full day exam for overseas pharmacists. It's got a practical and a viva as well. So that's how you get registered in Australia. And once you give that stage 2, then you start working.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can everyone hear?
Walaikum assalam. Yes.
Thank you for confirming. I just waited deliberately for 10 minutes, but it's still I can see 5 or 6 people coming in the group to join and listen. I just thought that I would just wait for everyone. It's Sunday. I know it's Sunday in Karachi or in Pakistan, wherever you are, and you're coming to listen this important message, important webinar. Look, my name is Irfan Hashmi. I just quickly introduce myself. Some of them probably going to see me or listen me first time. I thought I just give you. Irfan is my name. I'm a pharmacist, practicing pharmacist, entrepreneur pharmacist in Australia, working in Australia for last 20 years. 20, all right. So I graduated from University of Karachi, which is one of the institute that has organized this today's amazing session. So you should be feel proud that the study that you have done from this institute has produced some significant pharmacist who has done some significant work. So you should be proud of your university where you graduated. And I'm pretty sure that you're coming out from uni, you may be having a great future coming into your pathways. I'm talking to everyone. I'm talking not only the males or female, like particularly those who want to go overseas. I'm talking generally to everyone, and especially with female pharmacists who graduating and going to be in the practical life very soon. And I really want everyone to work in this profession. All right, so this is just a quick introduction. Still, I can see there are a few people coming in. Hamna Saeed just joined. Thank you. And we have 41 participants so far. Can I see if Dr. Sana is here as well? She organized this event.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yes, I'm here as well.
Thank you very much for doing this wonderful session, which we were talking to you and Sir Iqbal from last more than 3 weeks, and the students were waiting for exam, and I was super excited when I came to know that I can talk to fresh graduates, because that's the right time. If they know the right way, they can fly. So
thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time, because I know there's a time difference and it's very early morning over there. So thank you for sparing your time and taking up the time to talk to the students and guide them. This is a big thing that you are doing for them.
Most welcome. Thank you. It's this pharmacy and cricket is very close to my heart. So if I want to talk about these two topics, I can talk 24 hours or longer without a sleep. So that's nothing new for me, but I can tell you, I'm sitting in London right now. It's very cold here, very cold. Heaters are on, and it's, I think, -4, I think at the moment, -4. So I'm wearing 2-3 layers. Even we have heater here around here, and it's as Sarah just said, that it's early morning. Yes, I wake up around 4:30 to just make myself ready, shower, and I was very excited to talk to a young pharmacist. Yes. Look, I just started my session. I normally start about when I start things. I normally say a few things which maybe waking up everyone. The reason is that we need to know why we are here today. Everyone should know why we are here today, and the reason is that I'm a pharmacist from your university, and like reaching to a level where I can proudly say that I'm a Pharmacist of the Year award winner, and I'm a Pharmacy of the Year award winner, and also Governor's Award, which is called Multi-Vulture Award in South Australian government. So I'm the winner of those awards. I'm telling you this because these awards are not easy to come. These awards are not easy to gain, and I still help people. So why I'm doing, there must be a logic why I'm doing this. So I'll tell you a small story, a very small story, quickly wrapping up that why I'm doing this. So everyone should correlate this story with you as well, that why you are here today. So there must be a reason why you are here. So we need to know our why. Look, I came to Australia 20 years ago. I was very young. I think I graduated from University of Karachi. I came out from university with a very average, not a high GPA number student, and I was a very average student, right? But I have a huge desire to do something big in life, and I came to Australia as a student, which everyone does, right? But when I came to Australia, I realized that, oh wow, I did a big mistake, and I think I went to a place where I was looking to work. Like, you know, when students go out and they do work for earning some money to pay the bills for the living. I was fired on my first day because I was not good. And the job was given to me in a restaurant to deliver some food. And I was not at all aware about, and I was not at all aware about the cultural things. And the first day I got a job, first day I was fired. So that's how I start my life in Australia. So I was fired many times. All right. So I was fired many times in my jobs in Australia. So what happened in one of my story that my wife is also a pharmacist. I just missed that introduction. She's also a pharmacist, practicing pharmacist, director of the company. And back in 2000, if I take you back in 2004, very like 19, 18 years back, we both were working as a pharmacist. Like she was working as she passed the exam earlier than me, so she was a little bit senior than me, like a year senior than me. But one day, my boss, the company boss, came, and there were some changes in the management. They want to bring another manager, so they just fired someone on the spot. Like my wife lost her job, and I was still working there because I was an intern pharmacist. Intern pharmacist jobs are very, very hard to get. So I just kept going. My wife was like given a termination letter in front of me, and she went home with you know emotional when someone get hurt or someone get sacked, how they feel. Does anyone have a feeling? Does have any experience if someone has been fired? Just a question for everyone. Or do you know in your family member or anyone close who has been terminated or who has been sacked from the job, how they feel? No, someone say no, someone say yes. My friend in your family or very close or is with you. So when you have that feeling, you can understand that how much courage you have, how much frustration you got. There was nothing happened, but you were sacked because of some changes or because of someone put another manager, their friend's manager. So that happened. And I was working there, right? And, you know, I'm a male person, right? And my wife was sent home. And, but as an emotional person, I should have been left the job. Don't you agree on it? Because my wife was asked to leave. But there was no chance, there was no choice. So I just kept working. So I know that I need to complete my hours, that I need to become a pharmacist. And also one thing, we are not landlords, right? So we need to earn as well to pay the bills. So that's another reason. So I kept working. And you know what happened? The cultural things come. Our culture came in. Some of my family members, my brothers, my cousin, my friends were calling me and talking to me about that. Look, your wife has been fired. What kind of man you are? You don't care about things when your wife is fired. Why are you working in this company? Are you still working in this company? So these kind of emotional blackmail, or not blackmail, but I was blackmailed because of those cultural things that arises after that. But I just kept working, and but my wife could not find another job in that area. She was working as a locum, like going away from home and working as a pharmacist because she was a qualified pharmacist. The jobs were there, but not in the same area. But she thought maybe she can start a small pharmacy business, right? So when that happened, so she did a lot of research how to do that, becoming an entrepreneur pharmacist. I was working in the company, in the same company. I was promoted to a manager. And one day, my bosses came and sacked me as well. So I was also lost my job. So I lost my job as well. That was back in 2007. All right, so it's interesting. So my wife don't have a job. I was also sacked from the job. So 2 jobs lost. And after that, we were thinking, oh my God, what should I do? And so we tried our best to get our business plan in place. And luckily, very luckily, because I spoke to many big banks that if they can give us some money to invest in our business as a business, if they look at my business plan, no one was willing. I tried nearly 60 banks in Australia, 60 banks. No one was agreeing on our, because we were new, nobody knows us. And being, when you are new in the country, things don't go in favor of you. Just keep it in mind. So you need to make connections with people. You need to make friends in the new country. That's a very important message for everyone. That you need, when you're coming out of uni, you need to make connections, you need to make friends. All right. And make connections from those who can be helpful with you. All right. So that's something which we need to learn in this story. And so I received one reply from a bank from somewhere from Melbourne, and they're interested in that project. So we start a small pharmacy and this and that, and we now, mashallah, have 7 pharmacies, right? And in the history now. So but what I have gained from that journey, and I have a huge desire to help, to assist with those who are looking for jobs, those who want to grow their career, those who are genuinely interested to push themselves to the next level. I mean, I'm ready to help anyone here sitting, right? I'm here to help anyone sitting anywhere if they want to grow in the pharmacy career, right? And I'm also a coach to train people to become entrepreneur. Do you understand what is a spelling, or do you understand what's the meaning of entrepreneur, if anyone can say? Look, entrepreneur is a person who actually take care of his work and become business owner, where he can generate more jobs, not only for him, for his wife, for his family, but more jobs to help other people. So that's something which, yeah, entrepreneur is set up enterprise. Yeah, enterprise. So again, there's a reason behind why we set up enterprise, to do extraordinary things to help. First of all, creating the job is something which is something very satisfying work for me. Sana said that it means to take a risk and build an enterprise. Yes, that's a very smart answer, risk. So in my story, in my wife's story, whatever I've said, all the risks were shown to you, right? So I'm a futuristic. I have done a lot of things in my life. I have done a lot of study, a lot of certifications, and there's a Gallup. There's an organization in USA called Gallup. They actually study your personality and tell you who you are and how you think, right? So when I did my stuff, my #1 quality is futuristic. So I always see future. I always want to go into the future before it arrives. This is my thought process are. This has actually been told to me 3 years ago when I was into that conference. They asked some random question from me and they gave me a report. The #1 was futuristic. So I was very surprised that I was a risk taker. I always think to take chance, nothing to lose. I always say, because my coaches, my seniors, I was lucky enough to be involved in those coaches or those people who always say to me one thing: Irfan, what you are at the moment, if you jump on the next level, there's nothing to lose. Please write down this on your document. This is very important for you to understand. Look, you have done the pharmacy degree, right? If you don't listen to me, or if you listen, it's nothing to lose to try this, what I'm going to tell you. All right? There's nothing to lose. You won't lose your degree. You won't lose your status right now where you are, but you will go to the next level. You will grow. All right? So this is a very key message. Nothing to lose. In Australia, People say this in very casual business term when they're going for the risk-taking options. Let's do it. There's nothing to lose. All right. So I'm teaching you a little bit about the Australian way of business terminology as well, or business sayings as well. All right. Okay. Come. Was it interesting for you? I know it's not pharmacy, but it's a story that I just said to you. It's just to give you. Yes. Someone say yes. Say yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, it was interesting.
Okay. Okay. That's very good. And I'm involved in some very high technology or advanced technology of studies. I know that universities are very good for the basic education, but when we want to progress in this world, we need to reach to those people who are 20, 30 years ahead from us. So we need to find those people in this following. All right. That's very important. Please write down this somewhere. When or how you want to grow yourself or you want to be in the future. Because in interviews, many companies ask a question when they are satisfied with you. They don't ask this question with everyone. When they satisfy with you, they ask a simple question. What, like how you want to see yourself in next 5 or 10 years? So is this a question common in Pakistan? Because I know this is a very common question. I normally ask when I interview someone, because I want to see them, what is their thinking process in future. And if I ask this question, oh, this is very common. Amina Tariq said, very common. Okay. So if I ask this question right now with you guys, sitting with me, 54 participants, can I get a quick reply from you in split what you want to be in next 5, not 5 is a very small time, maybe in 10 or 15 years? Genuinely.
RDD CEO of any company or owner of my own business?
Yes. Amina said you want to be owner of her business. Okay.
I want to like start a manufacturing of some kind of pharmaceutical goods, and I'm very interested in opening the telepharmacy in Pakistan to the remote areas, moving to pharmacy setups to the remote areas.
Okay.
And I am very much interested in moving to biologics or the biosimilars. I think this is the future, because the medicines right now they are getting depleted. I think the antibiotics or the other medicines that we are casually using these days they're going to deplete in the next coming few years. So the biologics is the future, and we have to be very prepared for it. So my two the specialties will be to work in the biologics, and the other would be to start up the chain of telepharmacies in the remote areas of the interior Sindh, in the remote areas of the Punjab, by using the professional qualified pharmacists from globally from all over the world, and getting the assistance in my country.
Sorry, carry on. My alarm just went off. Sorry, I was just switching off the alarm. Yes, I really like your response. I can see you dotted some points. So can we write these points, please? Hassan, have you written these points somewhere? Sayyid Mohammed Hassan.
Yes, I have written all the points that you are just giving me.
No. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you that what you just said, have you documented these dot points? Could you just explain to me that these are your desire, this is what you want to do?
I have a book in which I write down all of the goals that I have to complete in the coming years, and I just make the plan for it, and I do everything, and I research about them, and it's something that I have to do in my coming years, and I have just planned it for like a couple of months. So I'm just making the directions moving to the future.
That's good.
Not right now, but I had mentioned it. I like written down in previously that I have to do in the future.
Okay, that's very good idea. First of all, the ideas are very, very good, right? But ideas need to be written somewhere and documented and timeline as well. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. What are you saying? I have just written down here. I want to see the timeline from you as well. What is the timeline? What is the time frame that you needed?
I've like given myself like 8 years so to accomplish, and like after the 8 years, I will see my position where I am right now and what I have to do and how much I have to go further for it. And in these 8 years of timeline, I have segmented my years into smaller, shorter period of 2 years. And after every 2 years, I just see myself where I am standing and how much effort I have to put to accomplish all of the goals that I have set for my life.
That's very good. I'd like to see a document from you, what you just said, like what you just said. I'd like to see those dot points from you. And if you can
Okay,
send it to me, and then we can discuss this in future sometime. All right. Thank you very much for coming on camera. That's so nice of you. Because if I can't see anyone, I'm going to think that I'm talking to Radio Pakistan because everyone's name is there, but I can't see them. So that's something like connection. You made a connection with me, not just saying these points. You just connected with me by coming on camera and showing your smile, showing your eyes genuinely what you were telling me. So I can see that what you have explained, and I will love to know more about in future as well.
I'll try to make sure that I'll be connected to you in the future, and I'll just show you the glimpse of my timeline after the meeting's end.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you. I'll just read those points because I was listening to you. I've missed lots of points. Very common and some way better than now. Okay. Shehbaz Ali saying pharmacy owner at Australia. Shehbaz Ali. Okay. That's very nice. What is the timeline, Shehbaz? Can I ask? Or you don't know it?
Yes.
Where is Shehbaz? I can see Shehbaz is sitting in a jacket with the eyeglasses or sunglasses, but I can't see yourself.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Shehbaz. Pharmacy owner. Okay, so I like to do a little bit about what is. Can you please say a few things on that?
Sir, first of all, I like Australia.
That's right.
Inshallah, I will come and and open my pharmacy by training 2 to 3 years. Inshallah.
Okay, if you please document that and share that with me, all right, that will be good. We can discuss this further in details. All right. Thank you very much.
Inshallah.
Fatma saying somewhere better than now. Fatma Mirza. Fatma Mirza, are you a fresh graduate? Is Fatma Mirza? Okay, I'll go to the next one if Fatma is not listening. Okay. Build Pharmacy Chain by Rafi Kaleem Ahmed. Okay, Rafi, how are you? I can see you, Rafi. How are you?
I'm great.
That's good. Tell me a little bit about your plans.
I want to start up pharmacy chains. First, I want to come to Australia and then start up pharmacy chains in there.
In Australia, okay. Okay.
Yes.
And what are you doing at the moment?
I'm a fresh graduate.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. So that's your plan in next.
Yes.
Next sometime. Like
next three to 4 years.
Okay, that's good. Please connect with me, and I'd like to discuss this further with you as well in future. All right. Thank you for putting this bold statement. Okay, thank you, Rafi. And I'll just quickly go through quickly because I need to tell a lot of information, but thank you for your answers. I can see someone saying Director of Marketing, and I want to be the person that contained with herself, performing my best in whatever venue I choose. Production Director, okay, time and location, independent business. want to own several pharmacies in Australia in 10 years. Anika Sajid. I know this name. Okay. Yavina is Hassan, production director. Okay. Thank you very much for these answers. I really appreciate. Aisha said the same thing about pharmacy. Making it one of the means to help poor in terms of medicine supply. Who is this person? Can you come on the camera, please, and talk to me? A very interesting reply. Who said that? Who said that they're going to help the poor people? This is very, very, very interesting. Aisha, was it you?
Yes, sir, it's me.
Okay, I
is
want
my
to
video
know,
audible?
can you please say that loudly, what you just written?
Sir, actually, my goal was to help poor. Initially, I wanted to be a doctor, and in that case, I decided that I would give free treatment to the patients who cannot afford it. But since now I have pursued my career in the pharmacy degree, so now my goal was to help the poor in terms of medicine supply, those who cannot afford, or those who are going on complicated treatments and they need costly medicines for it. So supplying them the medicines at cheaper rates or at free rates. That would be one of my goals, like for both things.
That's so nice to hear that. Aisha, Salim, are you a fresh graduate?
Yes, I'm the fresh graduate.
Okay, very, very strong mission you got. So you have a mission in your life. Those
yes,
who got a mission in their life, they go far, right? They go far from their thoughts. If you have that kind of mission where you want to help people by going to be an enterprise, I'm pretty sure that you will do excellent and nothing can stop you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's very nice. Stay in touch with us and hopefully we will see you in Australia soon, right?
Sure, sir.
Rafiq saying, I don't know much about Australia. Rafiq, you will know a lot of things about Australia after this webinar. Or even just connecting with me through my network, you will know a lot of things. If you just come into webinar or watch my 2 webinars, which I did this month, you will know a lot about your pharmacy profession in Australia, and you can make a quick decision. All right. So let's come to the topic where we have attract so many pharmacists from a university and fresh graduates. And do you know why? This topic probably have been discussed previously, but at the moment, why Australia is actually saying, we need more pharmacists. Does anyone answer that? Because we have so many smart brains sitting here at the moment. You may have seen some news, anything. Can anyone say that what is the logic behind it? What happened in Australia? Are their pharmacists all died or what happened? Why we need more pharmacists?
Maybe since new diseases are being evolving with the times, so for that we need pharmacists.
Can you please say that again? I just missed the initial part.
I'm saying that since many new diseases are being discovering and evolving with the times, so how to deal with them? For that, maybe we need the pharmacist.
Okay, so you're
What kind of
you're saying that
medicines
many
we can
new
use?
services being discovered or new medicines being discovered?
No, diseases. Many new diseases
Okay.
are.
Okay,
Yeah,
obviously
like
COVID has changed the whole
yes,
world.
like COVID.
Yes, COVID has just punched this health industry, which actually allow pharmacists to bounce forward. So pharmacists was sleeping before COVID. They were working, they were going to pharmacy, they're doing the job. And when the COVID hit, all the health professionals, especially doctors, they went home to do the telehealth. And pharmacists was pushed out. They need to go into the pharmacy and work. And when they were working, a lot of new scopes came to pharmacies. new scope of practices came to pharmacy. New work been allowed to pharmacists, which never been allowed in the law of the country, right? So that's why the scope of pharmacists has been significantly increased. Scope of pharmacists, pharmacy practice in Australia has significantly increased. Some new legislation came where like aged care or some old houses where people live, they need to have pharmacists mandatory. So that opening of new lot of jobs. So that's happened. All right. So that's happened in this country. And Rafi, we'll take the question in a minute. Let's go with the flow and we'll discuss the question. All right. But hold your question. A lot of scopes. As you just said, COVID diseases, which is like in broader term, it actually, as you know, a lot of people lost their lives because of complications they have. And then vaccines came, tests came, and then now COVID vaccination, like boosters came, and aged care facilities. And, you know, some pharmacist has left the profession as well in Australia because they can't handle the stress. They can't handle the advancement. They can't handle this fast pace of new changes coming into this profession. A lot of pharmacists just exit from the profession. They become TV salesperson, some of them. They said, I'm not going to help these patients because of the mental level of our customers become very bad. They become very stressful. So that stress position makes the other person stressful. So that's something which makes the pharmacist to go away. Pharmacists are there, but because really the scope of the pharmacist has been increased and new jobs available. So that's the reason why Australian government has pushed these 3 categories, which used to be in back in time, like retail pharmacy, community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, industrial pharmacy. And pharmacy technician is the first time that we have just witnessed that it came into a list where it shows there is a demand. And that was the main reason. There were 2 reasons that I was pushing this idea to my connections, especially the deans or university professors, that, sir, listen to me very carefully. We have an opportunity here for fresh graduates. You need to tell this bold right now, or even the 4th year student, they need to know this right now so they can jump on this opportunity before someone takes away. Because this opportunity, which is on the table at the moment, is based on the number of visas that they're going to allow people to come in, based on the number of visas, right? When these visas all be used, they will take off those demand list, these pharmacists from the demand list. All right, so we have some experienced people sitting in. I can see someone from Oman who was in this KUAPC journey when he was a fresh graduate back 10 years ago, but he was happy in Middle East. So I can relate that this demand was not there. He can counter my statement that these demand list is not always there. This is just temporary things, but we need to act fast to take this. Is that right? I can see a gentleman in suit sitting there. Can you please reply? You are on mute, sir. Oh, mic issue. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Leave it. Leave it. We'll go with the flow. Okay. So what fresh graduates can do right now? I know that you're in Karachi. Most of them are Karachi University students, get the degrees in 6 months, or the SIN pharmacy license in probably another 2 months. So you will be waiting for 8 months, right? Is that right? For fresh graduates?
Yes, sir, it's right.
I wish I can change this somehow. I wish I can make a suggestion to government. I made few suggestions to Australian government to bring this pharmacist profession in this demand list. I wrote so many letters. I can show you my letters, how many letters I sent to people I know in this industry, member of parliaments, ministers. Back in 2019, back in 2020, I was inviting, wherever I was going to see any politician, I was saying this rubbish to them. And they always think at me, what the hell are you talking about? Why we need pharmacists? We don't need pharmacists in this country. We have enough pharmacists in the country. Why are you saying that we should add pharmacists in this demand list, this and this? But I was keep pushing that. That like, whenever I was meeting with any high dignity, I always talk with some dot point, like an agenda, meeting of agenda. I don't talk rubbish. I just talk to the point. And whenever they leave, I give them a letter as well. What I have discussed, take this with you. And when you go home, when you go to your office, so give this to someone who can, first of all, it will be a reminder for them and they can take some action, right? So action is very important. So telling you this story that I'm not so important that I always meet with politicians. The reason behind it is take some action. Today, take some action after this Zoom meeting. This all your ability. If you don't take action, if you go home and say, oh, I have attended the pharmacy seminar from Australia, there's a crappy pharmacist came and he talked rubbish and we'll do what we need to do, that's fine. That's one choice. Someone will take an action and they will jump on Australian KUAPC website and they take all the information from, they write their notes and set up a timeline, what to do. And maybe there's another way that I can teach you, especially avoid that 8 months drawback. If you can utilize that time, I can give you a pathway, how you can utilize that time. We cannot, things which are not in your control, you can't do much, but things which you have full control, you can use that time accordingly. Okay. Who is in my group? Who is in my WhatsApp group? Is anyone here in my WhatsApp group? Please raise your hand.
Yes.
Shehbaz, are you in my group? I heard a female person. I know Sana as a senior person, she's there. I know her. But if someone else, I'd like to just raise your hand. There's an option in Zoom. You can raise your hand so I can see that. Shehbaz is there. Shehbaz, you're from Karachi as well?
Yes. From Karachi.
Mahnoor, are you from Karachi? Mahnoor? No, sir. I know a lot of people don't know.
No, sir, I'm from Islamabad.
Okay. So you have a degree and you have the license, I guess, Mahnoor.
No, sir, I have not got my license yet. I'm freshly graduate and I'm in Australia right now.
Oh, you're from Mount Gambier. Okay, I know that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I pushed you hard. I know that yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I pushed you hard. Sorry about that. But people think that I'm rude, but I'm not rude. I just said
No, sir. No,
make other person move to take some action. Because if you don't take action, there's no point of coming to me. All right. Okay, thank you. Pharmacy technician. This is something new. Please listen very carefully. And how to find information. Department of Immigration Australia. Have you seen a Department of Immigration Australia website? Okay, please Google.
No, sir.
Okay, please Google and please Google this. I will show you this slide. Let me bring this slide up. There's a body called Wirte. There's a body called Australian Pharmacy Council. All right. So Wirte is a body which assists your documents against Please work experience of pharmacy technician and industrial pharmacy. Let me open this slide, then I can show you what I mean. Can you see website for Vitasis? Let me share the website. Vitasis is a body which actually do skill assessment for all sort of profession which are comes under trade. I'm just sharing you the website link. Okay. So please, this is the name of the organization which actually do the skill assessment for pharmacy technician and for pharmacy pharmacists who are coming from industry background, like industrial pharmacists. And let me share the website as well. It will be easy for you to rather search. Can everyone see my response in the chat? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm writing this to everyone. Waiting. No, sir. Okay, let me write. Okay, I have written down this in again. Can you please see the link there?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Okay, it's visible. That's good to know. Okay, so remember that this is a website which allow or which do the assessment of industrial pharmacist and pharmacy technician. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Pharmacy technician. So fresh graduates, if someone has, or if any graduate who was studying their pharmacy degree and they may be working while they were studying. Because this is very common in Australia. When students go to the university in the first year, they start working in pharmacy. They start working as a part-time staff in the pharmacy, in the nearby pharmacy, as a helper or as a pharmacy assistant or as a pharmacy technician or as a pharmacy student. I know that is not common in Pakistan. It's not very common in Pakistan, but whenever I talk to any student, I always say to them, please do that. Please do that. So I have a question with all the group members here. We have 53 group members here at the moment. Can you please let me know if anyone who has done that while they were studying?
Yes, sir. It's very common. People do jobs here, but not in the pharmacy. They basically do jobs in schools or different organizations while studying.
Okay, they do work, but they don't work in pharmacy. That's the answer. I would
Yes.
love if they do work in pharmacy because two things. One is that they gain experience.
There are a few students, sir, who do work, but they do
Yes.
like in the evening shift.
Yeah, this is what I'm
For a
asking.
few hours.
Yes,
Evening work,
like
maybe few
Ahad
hours.
Pharmacy, Devago Pharmacy. Some
Yes.
students work at Ahad Pharmacy,
Yeah,
Devago
yeah,
Pharmacy.
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Please raise your hand or say yes, you have worked in the evening, because I need to know that I need to know those names. So those who have done it, they can take the most benefit what I'm going to tell at the moment. Those who have worked while they were studying in the Vago or anywhere, any hours, even you have worked 10 hours a week, sorry, 20 hours a week, they can get a benefit out of this, what I'm going to tell them right now. So raising hands is one good thing. And I know when we do the Zoom meeting, please put your names there. I know that there are a lot of iPhones connected at the moment, a lot of Galaxies connected at the moment. If you can change iPhone and say name on your Zoom, then I can see your name as well. Otherwise, I will keep guessing who's that person. I know Rafiq Khalid Ahmad has written his name nicely. Sayyid Muhammad Hassan, very nice. Amina Tariq, Mozam Butt, Sher Ali. Yeah, Amina as her. Yep, just a suggestion, because if you coming to that pharmacy conference in Canberra, day after tomorrow on 25th, they won't let you in if you come with the iPhone or with you not showing your name. I'm telling you, they're very serious. I'm also very serious, but I'm not that hard, because I know many students may be taking Zoom for the education, for the lectures. Maybe professors were reluctant to say those things, but when we go into the profession, like someone log in here with the name called ZIAOMI2211, something like that, long number. So if you can please remove that and make sure you have name appear there, so other person can recognize there's a name there, right? So I can talk to you directly. We have done internship. Sana Hilal saying that we have done internship in pharmacy during our undergraduate study, but they are mostly unpaid here. Okay. Internship. Okay. I know internships are unpaid. I know that. I understand that. But working as a staff is a different thing, because if you put in your application to department, which is, I just said, Vitasis, they like some evidence from you, like a letter of, we call it letter of experience. They also want to see that if they have paid you some salary, like a salary slip, and the money has gone to your bank account, like a bank statement. So these basic things are required for Vitasis to get your work experience recognized by them under this pharmacy technician, or if you're applying for industrial pharmacist after your graduation. This is just a simple answer. Work in industry along with university. Anirida, I don't know. What's the name? What's the actual name? Is it actual name? KNNARIDA?
So that's Anarida.
Amerida, sorry.
Anarida.
Anarida, okay. Anarida, what's your full name?
Yes.
This is something new for me.
Anarida Ibrahim Ansari.
Okay, that's very new name. I never come across this beautiful name before. Thank you for.
Yeah, that's unique. I got it from many people.
All right, okay. So who is qualifying for this, what I just said? Who is qualifying for that? Who has done a job and who have been paid like a salary? They can show that a letter is there for them. Okay, we will talk who haven't done, but I'm just talking about those who has done. How many people think that they qualify for this? Mozam Butt has a very good, strong hand. I want to listen from you, Mozam. Can you please say what you just said, or are you raising a hand to say something?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, Mozam. I would like to see you, sir. If you can come on camera, please.
Sir, I'm at a grocery store at the moment, so
yeah, I'm not
would be
looking at
like
the grocery shop. I'm looking at you. So if you can have your grocery shop in your shopper, but I'd like to see you, sir. That's good.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, thank you for coming on camera. Yes, you have a question, or you think you qualified under this? What you just said?
Sir, I think I qualify for the role that you just shared with us because I did a job in Davago as a trainee pharmacist when I was undergrad, and it was like 7 months experience.
Yes.
A very short time because there were exams coming and I was busy in university. I couldn't manage the time, but I have the certificate and I have the the documents, the salary slip, and all that.
Oh wow, that's good. Okay, one thing, if you just said the 7 months, if you go back and say I want to work a little bit more, can you make this 1 year experience letter? If you do that, then you qualify for this this option to apply for Vitasis as soon as you have your degree in your hand or mark sheet in your hand without caps.
Yeah, sir, I graduated from Karachi University in 2019,
Okay.
December 2019. And
Okay.
after that, I worked at Mari Society as a pharmacist. But
Yes.
that too was a very short period because I moved towards industry. And currently, I am working at Galaxy Pharma as marketing executive. So it's kind of a shift from community pharmacy to industry side. And I wanted to pursue my career in marketing, so that's why I switched my job role from community pharmacist to a marketer in pharmaceutical industry.
That's very good share, Mosam. That's very good, intelligent answer. Like not intelligent, I would say very brief way to explain what I just asked. All right. So I have another question. Do you have still good terms with the Wago people, like the Wago company?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever you job doing, that's fine. But can you say, or can you ask them if I can rejoin you in the evening for evening work, maybe 4 hours in the evening, or maybe 20 hours on including weekend in a week, maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
If you do so,
I can
they can
definitely
show you a continuity of the job from that time. If they can show you, or that experience will be more stronger for your case. You can even keep your work, what you're doing as a marketing person in that industry, and simultaneously you can join that organization as a part-time pharmacy technician, and you can build your case as a pharmacy technician. You're getting my point?
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. I have noted.
You got my point. So you are straight away, because they need 1 year experience, at least 1 year experience, plus your degree, which allow them to understand that you are qualifying as their requirement of pharmacy technician or overqualifying of pharmacy technician.
Okay.
Okay. So you can build your case probably in 1 month. If you just go back and ask them to join and make that 7-month experience to 1 year and ask them to reissue you a certificate, and simultaneously you will keep saying that you're working in your current job and you're working here as a part-time staff as well, a minimum 20 hours a week. If you prove that to Vitasis in 2 weeks time, if you pay Vitasis a quick assessment, in 2 weeks time they will issue you a certificate. So simple. 2 weeks time.
Got it, sir.
In 2 weeks time, when you receive the Vitasis positive assessment, you can sit on your computer, apply for a state nomination. State nomination, I'll explain everyone what is state nomination. State nomination is a list of professions in states where those professions are in demand by individual states. Australia got 7 states. Western Australia, South Australia, where I live, Victoria, where we have big cricket ground called MCG, New South Wales, where we have Sydney cricket ground, Queensland, big state, huge state, lot of jobs at the moment for pharmacists. All right, and so these states have different priorities of different professions. So I know that there are 3 states which have pharmacy technician on the prior list. We mean that if you put an application with your degree, with this Vitasis assessment, and with English test, I know that, and I have witnessed that. Please listen very carefully. I know that, and I have witnessed that. Someone has granted a visa in 1 day. 4-9 visa granted in 1 day after putting all the documents of application for visa. All right. And there are a lot of people coming to this way. So am I clear at the moment? Is it very clear that I explain? Is it very simple for students? I need a response, please.
Yes, sir. So I'm Tayyib Arslan from Oman. My mic issue is resolved finally. I want to ask a couple of questions, and I want to ask. I have a small story to share as well, if you allow me.
Yes, that's good. Tayyib, can you say iPhone is your not name? I think your name is appearing as iPhone.
Yeah, I'm trying to change it, but every time I make some issue, I'm out of the meeting. So
okay.
Next time I will come with my name.
Okay. Tell your issue and tell your story, please. That will be good story for all the students.
Yeah, guys, my name is Tayyib Arslan. I passed the KUAPC exam long time before, but after that, as Sir Khan was telling, that rules keep on changing. So the pharmacist was not in the list, so I was not able to go to Australia. Just recently, I was informed by one of my Indian colleagues about Sir Irfan, and I contacted him, and he helped me. He inspired me. He guided me in a very extraordinary way, I would say. And in just a moment of weeks' time, I have decided to go for KUAPC exam again in March. So a guy who was thinking he will never go to Australia again, he has started preparation, and I can't believe this thing, that before 1 week, I was not even knowing that I will ever try this again. And now I have been studying like all the time. I'm gathering the material from here and there, and I'm studying. So this is really a big story for me. And secondly, sir, I want to ask the question regarding pharmacy technician. I have worked as a pharmacy technician for some period of time, like you can say that 2 years, okay? And I have passed the exam one time, and I'm going for the exam again, KUAPC. So
Yes,
is it possible for me? Is it possible for me to try both streams, or I should stick with the same stream?
No. Don't try both streams. First of all,
okay.
The reason is that the main goal for everyone sitting in this webinar is to come to Australia, right? Okay. So your pathway, which you have redefined right now, to do the KUAPC in March and do the English right now, in April, I'm pretty sure, and you would be confident enough to say that you will pass the exam. And then after having the result, you will do the same. You will jump on your computer, go on the state government website where you can put your application for state nomination. In Western Australia, state nominations are given out to pharmacists who pass KUAPC in 1 day, in 1 week. So that's the supreme superlative degree of a pharmacist profession. So I'm giving that pharmacy technician to young ones because they have to wait for that period for the degree and this and that, so they can even come. Because a lot of people coming this way, but you have done the KUAPC, right?
Yes.
And if you do both, that make no difference when you come to Australia to get a job or to apply for a job. The KUAPC will allow you to come to Australia. Pharmacy technician way allow you to come to Australia and legally work. Okay, make it very clear. These options which I'm telling, they are actually letting you to come to Australia. That doesn't mean that at the airport you will land and someone will come and say, oh yeah, that's you arrive in Australia, that's your job. I'm going to give you a job. It's not going to happen. Okay, but you legally allowed to come Australia, which not easily possible unless these doors were open.
Okay, so I will continue. I will stick to plan
because
one.
you passed the exam, so you have already done that. So it's just a repetition that you're doing it. And can you please share that story which we discussed on the phone about that assessment thing which you have been granted from KUAPC?
Yes, see, I was not knowing. The only thing that was restricting me from going for KUAPC again was the document assessment. Okay, because when I did the document assessment, it was not online, it was offline. Okay, and there was no data available for me on the portal. But then Sir Irfan told me, send them the email, call them, push them. So I did all the things, and finally, the lady there, she told me, she sent me an email that you don't need to go for the document assessment again, and they have generated my email, they have generated my account without any fee, and just within 2 days, I am eligible for the KUAPC exam. So I was not knowing about this thing.
Okay, so that means you save a assessment fee, which is a huge amount for a Pakistani person sitting in Pakistan, which is $1,310. So you are not now going to give that to them because your previous record has they pull out because you pushed them, you connected them, you asked them that I want a extension in my previous KUAPC exam. So that's a good outcome, and that give you more confidence that things can be easier if you start searching, right? If you start aiming.
You gave me the idea of thinking out of the box. I was not even considering this thing. I I would have gone without your advice, I might have just waiting for the document assessment.
Okay.
And I think
And one
takes a
more
lot of
thing,
time.
Tayyab, you are not my relative and you don't know me and I don't know you at all. And we discuss on the phone and things start happening. That's so nice, isn't it?
Guys, I want to tell one more thing, sir, if you allow me. Here in Oman, I was not knowing Sir Irfan. One Indian guy came to me and he said, your Pakistani guy is helping everyone and you don't know him. It is a shame for you. And then after that, I contacted Sir Irfan. So all the Indians here, they are really, like, people are admiring him, his efforts, and he's providing a lot of information. And one female pharmacist who was working at a hospital pharmacy, she got her KUAPC exam passed, and she's now in Australia. And people told me that she got it done through Dr. Sir Irfan. So
and I'm
because
still
we
thinking
Pakistani,
who was that person, because I have connected so many people, so many Indian pharmacists. Probably I even can't discover who was that person. If you know the person, maybe connect me. I can recall. That would be good.
yeah, sure, I will, inshallah.
Thank you for your share. Just going back to the students, was it interesting for you to listen what Mr. Tayyab has just explained, his experience?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Walaikum salam. Someone say, so you didn't explain for those who haven't done any kind of job, having no experience. M-A-L-A-H, Malaha Khan. Okay, Malaha Khan. Another good news, who hasn't done anything, just the degree, or they're waiting for the degree. Good news for them, that if you pass the KUAPC exam in coming July or whenever, Australia has opened doors for those who has done the KUAPC and no experience. They can apply for this state nomination, which I just said a minute ago, that Western Australian state is giving nominations approved in 1 day or 1 week. You can be the one as well. You can be the one candidate that you just need to pass the KUAPC. So what is KUAPC basically? I'm asking a question with everyone. What is KUAPC? What did you understand about the KUAPC? I need to know a little bit, because I know KUAPC is a very scary thing in Pakistan. Everyone thinks that, oh, I'm afraid of KUAPC. So I just want to listen the true background. What do you know about KUAPC? So I can explain from that, because I don't want to start from KUAPC is this. I want to know what's your feedback, and I can explain it very simply.
So Australian anti-test pharmacy.
Please say again. Say clearly.
Test for pharmacists in Australia.
Okay. Anyone else, please? That's pretty right. You nearly there.
Yes, sir. So this is, I wanted to just share that this is an equivalence test, that we are equal to the pharmacists who are graduated from Australia. Because this is apart from the people who are coming from UK and other, they have competency exam. We have skill, like KUAPC is some knowledge assessment exam. We are equal to the Australian freshly graduate pharmacist in terms of knowledge.
That's right. So it's not a license, it's a equivalency of your degree, wherever you receive, equivalence to Australian degree holder. So this exam allow, when you pass the KUAPC exam, you become equivalent to what the Australian university graduates are. So that's so simple. All right. Is that very clear? KUAPC is an exam which allow anyone to become equivalent, make the degree equivalency to this undergraduate degree in Australia. All right. The next question is that what if I pass the exam, if I clear the exam, what I will do? Passing the exam, passing the PTE exam, which is English test exam, where you require a certain number, I think 80% or 75%, 70 numbers, 75 points or numbers. Then you can submit your state nomination. Please write down this state nomination to get a state to sponsor your case in their state. Western Australia state, South Australia state, Canberra state, Tasmania state, Queensland state, even Victorian state, they all welcoming pharmacists who coming through KUAPC or through industry or through pharmacy technician. Okay. And Western Australia has a unique thing, which they allow students to do the KUAPC and no experience, they can come to Australia. And I think there will be some more state joining soon as well, because Western Australia has become a huge attraction for overseas pharmacies at the moment, huge attraction. But you know what happened? When we get something easily, like anything comes on your plate easily, we take it granted. So what is happening? Some people I know, they're connected with me. They're getting those 1 day or 1 week assessment, and they're not taking they're not taking it. They're not putting the visa in. They're not using that state nomination. They're thinking, oh my God, this is state offered me this. I need to go somewhere different place in Australia. So they start thinking another venue. Maybe I'll try another state. I'll tell you one thing. Our goal is to come to Australia. It doesn't matter where you coming, from where you coming and where you landing in Australia. Australia is all same. All right. And as the overseas Pakistani or overseas pharmacist, we have a different skin. We have a different way of saying things. We have different way of talking. So we are different from this culture. Acceptability of different culture is more in regional sites of Australia as a health professional. Guys, are you listening to me? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? This is very, very important, very
Yes, sir.
key point.
Yes, sir.
Who want to grow fast, they need to listen to this and act on it if you come to this party. Okay, tell me, who want to come to Sydney? Who want to come to Melbourne? Who
I
is
want to
here?
come to Melbourne.
Who is here to come to Melbourne? Rafi, okay. Anyone else, please?
So yes, sir. I want to come Sydney.
Okay. So 2 people, 3 people responding to me. Everyone is sleeping, I guess, or they're not interested at all. Oh, Malah Khan is very, very straightforward, straight to exam, straight to test. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Don't worry about that, but I need to guide you in the steps. Tamworth. I know Tamworth in New South Wales. Zubair Khan and Uruj, pharmacist from University of Karachi, pharmacy owners. Okay. So if I go back, just back in time, in 5 minutes time back, I rewind my wording. I just say again, I was saying that if you pass the exam or if you got pharmacy technician assessment, Western Australia is a state which giving you 1 week or maybe 1 day, giving you invitation. But Western Australia is not in Victoria. Western Australia is not Melbourne, not in Melbourne. So what will happen to everyone who answer me, yes, 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 Melbourne and Sydney? What will happen to you guys then? How you gonna make you to come to Australia if Melbourne, Victoria, or Sydney, New South Wales doesn't give you a state nomination? Then how you will come to Australia? Any clue? Shabazz, I'm talking to you and Rafi and few people.
Yes, sir. Ji.
Okay. what will happen if you can't get state nomination to come to Sydney?
So I will try.
Sorry?
I will try again.
What do you mean by you try again?
Sir, I like Australia.
No,
And
no.
to go to Australia.
No, that's fine. But I was asking a question, Sydney and Melbourne. You said Sydney and I think Rafi said Melbourne. What if you can't get this state nomination from these two places, then what will happen?
Sir, I will go to another state.
Okay. So why not plan with me the strategy? Because I'm teaching you the strategy. I'm not saying that you can't or can, but I'm giving you a future. I'm giving you an idea about your future, how you can progress quickly, because you said something big in you want to own a pharmacy, I think, and same as traffic. But even if you're stuck in the first phase, if you're not coming to Western Australia because the Western Australia is showing you that you can come quickly, and I can tell you right now, Sydney or Melbourne are actually not open for these kind of visas at the moment. No, they were not welcoming anyone. Do you know, or are you aware about it?
No.
Who said no?
No, sir.
Who said no? The big no. Is it Rafe?
Yes.
Yes. So that's what we are trying to teach you here. That's why I'm here today. Otherwise, you can just Google anything and take the path. But the reason I'm here to teach you or teach everyone these strategies or the pathways. That's why I think the title of this seminar was Pathways, right? To plan your strategy in a way that can give you fruitful pathway, and you can succeed quickly, because time is money. Time is money, right? I'll explain to you in simple words. Shivas and everyone, please listen. What if you keep waiting after passing the CAPS and not applying to the right state and keep waiting? Maybe you will wait for maybe a year or 2 years.
Yes, sir.
That means that you not earning that money you could have earned if you come to that state where they're welcoming quickly. You will land there, you will find the job early, you will be on the pay scale, you will start earning $4,000 as an intern, $50,000 a year salary for the first intern, and then you pass the full registration, and then you become a pharmacist, and then you go 80,000 or 100,000 salary for a year in your first year. So money you will lose because of your one decision. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes.
You understand what I said? Is everyone listening very carefully what I'm trying to say? This is a very delicate thing. Because these,
yes, sir.
If you go to any
Understand.
Russian person, they are after the money from you. I'm not after the money from you. I'm not after anything. Just keep that in mind. I don't have any desire, or I don't have any catch in this whole webinar thing. It's just for your benefit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
You just told that if someone has a 1 year experience in community pharmacy, so one can apply in the, you just told that migration with tests, right? So does it require the CAPS, any exam?
For pharmacy technician,
no
no.
exam.
Pharmacy technician, no. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm explaining to you, everyone.
Pharmacists can start being a pharmacy technician also, right?
Yes, that will give you a pathway to come to Australia as a pharmacy technician. But your main goal would be becoming pharmacist. So you can come here and start work in pharmacy, maybe as a pharmacy student or pharmacy staff, and then you can attend the exam here. Eventually, you need to do the exam, because if you don't do the exam, one thing will happen, which we all know now. Your degree will not be equivalent to Australian degree. Let's keep in mind.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to do the exam.
Yes.
Those who has desperateness want to come right now, I would encourage, come now as a technician. Who qualify for that experience? Come now, apply now. And who can't, someone said, you didn't explain me about you don't have any experience. I explained that caps, pass the caps, apply. I'll just put on mute because someone is talking loud in somewhere. Can you please mute? Please mute. Because I'm here to talk, no one else, please. That's good, thank you. Is it clear to many students here? Yes, yes, yes. Because, after the webinar, I got same questions, which I have already explained 3 times. Same question about this experience thing. Someone messaged me just 5 minutes before a webinar on a WhatsApp, because he was in my group, and he asked the same question. Sir, tell me, if I pass the KUAPC exam, do I need to get an experience certificate or experience letter from the pharmacy in Pakistan to come? But I've explained this to everyone here, and I've re-explained to everyone that no experience required. You just pass the KUAPS, apply for KUAPS PTE, and apply for this state nomination. Get the state nomination, apply for the visa. That's it. Is it very clear? Am I talking in a very simple way that everyone understands? Please write down this, because I want you to write down this and take action. I will reply your queries even if you miss it out, like the person who is an experienced pharmacist. He's working in industry, and he attended my 2 webinars, and I say the same thing in every webinar. But he has sent me another question, voice note. Irfan bhai, I need to ask you, I need to apply for KUAPS. I'm preparing the KUAPS exam, and do I need to still get an experience certificate from a hospital to apply? I said, come on, I've explained this so many times. That's why we're doing this exercise. This is why we're doing this education to everyone, that why we here. Why I'm telling this to fresh graduates. I know that everyone knows that many fresh graduates don't have experience, but I'm still here teaching you pathway to come to Australia. So that's very simple. Okay, that's very good. Thank you. I just rephrase it because I need to make sure that you understand that, and you will take actions. Okay. For KUAPS, have you seen the website for the KUAPS? I'll just open the website and show you. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
some people are still coming. Mozambique coming, and Yamina Azhar coming back again. Okay. As a teacher, I like you to make notes. As a teacher, I like you to share your notes with me after the webinar. After the webinar, we will have a recording session for this, which we will share on our group as well. If you can go on our social page like YouTube, you can just write down those notes there, what you have learned. What will happen? It will inspire others who don't know this all. Would you like to tell this to others who don't know this? I need to check that. Would you like to tell this to other people, other pharmacists? Or you just want to keep this with yourself? Anika said, surely. Someone said, surely, sir, why not? Fatma said, yes.
Yes, sir, why not?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you need to have a big heart. Okay, if you have a big heart, if you have a big desire to help others, things start moving for you automatically in this world from your believer. Okay, so things start happening for you. You don't even imagine from where things coming for you. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Allah?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Please do so. Share your notes with me. it will tell me one thing very clearly, that you understand something. If you're not going to share, I will clearly understand that you did not understand anything. So simple. And you would not take an action. Very sure. I have guided so many people that if I say this to them, they will laugh at me that, oh, why should I do this? And those who think, why should I do this? Then they don't take action and they're still thinking, oh, I should go to Canada. I should go to Norway. I should go to Saudi Arabia. I should go to UAE, because a pharmacist in Pakistan is just nothing. We don't have any value in Pakistan for pharmacy profession. Things are improving, we know that. Okay, adding a group is separate thing. Adding a group is separate thing. I'm telling you, when I'm going to load this on our social platform, there will be an option in the comments. I want to see your notes. Obviously, I'll bring you in my group, no problem. Who will qualify? There's a small steps that you need to do. Very, very disturbing steps. It actually shakes you. I would ask you to open a camera, which you're not opening at the moment. And I'll ask you to put the camera on a selfie mode like this, and like this, and tell me about yourself. My name is Irfan Hashmi. I am married. I'm 49-year-old. I studied at University of Karachi, and I love to come to Australia because I know Australia is a great country. Australia has a multiculturalism, and I like to be part of that multiculturalism. And I would like to play a role in the international environment as a pharmacist, because I think I have done enough good in my study that I want to explore the international way of working. And I love sports. I love to make friends. I love to make new friends. I like to connect people. Why? Because we are pharmacists. We are good in communication. And communication is the number one skill that I'm showing you on my camera at the moment. If you do so, send me that video. Send me your CV after that. If you do that, then we can bring you in the group. When you come into the group, you will see some inspired pharmacists in my group who are ready to do anything in the profession and do very fast. I know, Malaha Khan, you are not in my group because you have not done this, what I just said to you. How to add in my group? Okay, that's a good question. 2 steps. That selfie thing, movie or presentation, I call it, and a resume. Send me on my WhatsApp. You can find my WhatsApp here, or you can go on my social media, go on my YouTube channel, or go on LinkedIn. No, I think YouTube is a good one, because in every video which I loaded there, there's a small steps that I've written. What I just said, it is written there. So if you're smart, I know you're smart, but if you act smart, if you perform smartly, you can be in my group maybe tonight. Do you understand? You can be in my group tonight. If you don't act, you won't be in my group forever. Is it very clear to you? Someone asked how I can join, so I answered that very nicely. Is it right? Okay, in my group, you won't get free prizes or anything. Nothing. I won't give you anything except the information. Except a little bit tips, how to do this, how to do that. It's your thing, that how you act on it. Okay. Hopefully, this may be going into your brain, and you will maybe taking or planning. Okay, 2 things. Okay, I will just about to show you the KUAPC website. Or has anyone seen the KUAPC website? Has anyone been to the KUAPC website? Okay, this is the KUAPC website. Open it, save it. Applying to KUAPC. Straight on the topic, applying to KUAPC. How to apply on KUAPC. You need to create your profile on KUAPC website, like put your name and everything. You need to scan some documents. No attestation required. Please listen, no attestation required. Because in my last webinar, I asked the question and I asked that when you're going to take the action. After the session, in the end, I asked the question. I always ask the question. And the person said, sir, I need to get my documents, my degree certified by HEC. I said, why is that? He said to apply to overseas jobs. I said, why is that? I mean, KUAPC doesn't need that. So he got lots of myths in his mind that I can't do this because of this, I can't do this because of this, I need to get the document attestation by some places. But again, I'm telling you in very simple English, no attestation required. Just scan on a scanner, save into PDF file, each document like degree, mark sheets, your certificate of council, and passport and a passport size photo. That's it. Submit with a fee, $1,810. Let me show you the presentation of that fee. So we'll take a photo of that. Anyone can ask a question while I'm searching for the slide. Talk in the mic, please.
No, sir, everything is pretty clear. Thank you for guiding us.
Thank you for listening me and smartly. That's intelligent reply. Okay, let me show you the screen of this KUAPC. Okay, can you see that? It's coming. Yep.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Okay. Documentation evaluation.
Yes, sir.
Skill eligibility notification. Online submission of documents to APC. Previously, we need to send by DHL. Now, nothing like that. You can just go online, scan and submit. Okay. What documents? Okay, first of all, this is Australian dollars fee. Everyone thinks we are charging or KUAPC is charging US dollars. No, this is Australian dollar, which is cheaper than US dollars. Okay. Does anyone know what is the conversion rate of Australian dollars to Pakistani rupee? Is anyone smart person sitting here who know about this?
Yes, sir. It's I think 160 rupees or 59 rupees nowadays.
Okay, so what is that 1,310 in your currency? Can you do a math, please?
Around 22,000, sir.
Around 122,000?
No. Around 2 lakh.
Okay.
And
so this is the fee that one need to pay to get the documents checked, assist. Okay. And these are the documents which you need to send. Academic qualification, evidence of registration, mean that pharmacy license, passport, and photograph. Okay. I'll go to the next slide. Exam fee. Okay, but I will tell you the one thing. When you submit your document, it takes like 2 months to 3 months to get the answer from KUAPC. Okay. They are not going to take you money and run away. They will give you the letter. Or if they need more information, they will ask more information from you. But if you submit this very nicely, scan nicely document with that scanner, no lines, anything. If it's clear, then this is enough. These 4 things are enough. No attestation, again, no attestation, right? No experience letter. Please listen, no experience letter required. And no English requirement at this stage. You can submit your qualification, your evidence of registration, your passport and a photo to KUAPC online, pay this fee, wait for 2 months and get the letter. Right? Is that clear to you guys? Is it clear to all my friends?
Yes, sir.
Okay, once you have done it, 2 months gone, you get a letter.
Yes.
Yes, you are eligible. Now is your time to think that if you are ready to do the KUAPC exam. KUAPC exam runs 3 times in a year. Please write down March, July, and November each year. So this year 2023, March, first exam you can attend that in Islamabad or wherever you are in the world. For one person who's from Australia, she can attend that in Adelaide. There is a list of exam centers on the website. One can go and check. So this is the exam center list. You can check on the website. Okay. And this is the fee for exams that one need to pay. An exam, paper 1, which is for exam 1, it got 2 papers, day 1 and day 2. Each exam has 100 questions. Like each day, there's a 2-hour exam consists of 100 questions. All right, 100 questions. I'll just stop this here. And so this is, we have explained, we have discovered how to apply for KUAPC, how to apply for Wirte's assessment for pharmacy technician, year experience required for technician, no experience required for KUAPC. We have covered that. In industrial pharmacy, they need to provide a 1-year experience for Wirte. That's separate, which I got shown, but I can send you information later. Okay, is so far so good? Is that all under control? Are you getting the value from what we have discussed?
Yes, sir. Sir, kindly tell what about industrial pharmacist?
Yes, industrial pharmacist, yes, 1-year experience. Okay. And Wirte is the body for assessment. Wirte is the body for assessment.
Sir, industrial pharmacist, packaging, QA, productions, which areas?
I think every area of industrial pharmacy, you need to just match their requirement of the work experience letter and prove that you have done your work in that area. Okay.
Sir, I said in the industrial areas, QA, QC, production, which areas are required?
As far as my understanding, all these areas are eligible. Okay, you need to match the requirement of your experience, matching with the letter, how they want to see. You are a qualified degree holder from the university. One requirement is fulfilled. Experience-wise, you need to show your case, how they want to see the wording in that letter. If you go on Wirte's, search pharmacy, industrial pharmacist category. Have you seen the Wirte's website?
Okay, sir.
Have you
Thanks.
seen the Wirte's? I'm asking you a question, sir. If you please reply. Have you seen the Wirte's website? Please respond, the one who asked the question for industrial pharmacy. I'm waiting for a response.
Sir, audio problem are you?
Okay, someone say, what about the Wirte's test is for one who already has experience? Okay, look, Wirte's don't have any test. There's no test in Wirte's. There's no exam in Wirte's. Is it clear to you? Only the documents, your degree, your experience letter, that's it. And your passport and this and that, and salary slip and this and that. Whatever the list they will tell you, you just need to submit those documents. No exam for industrial pharmacists. Is it clear, Hinali? Okay, clear, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but there's a drawback here. I need to tell you that as well. You can come on that way, on the path to Australia. Rafi, what is your question? I'm confused right now. You say for the community also. What does that mean?
No test for community for pharmacists also, as you said for the industrial pharmacist, right?
Please say the question again. Don't get confused. Say it very clearly so I understand what is your understanding is.
In Vitasis, we just need experience, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. Your
No test
degree?
at all for the industrial
No
pharmacist
test,
or
no test, no
community pharmacy,
exam,
any domain.
no
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 test.
test in Vitasis for industry and tactician. Please write down in big notes. In writing in big heading is like a breaking news. Okay, but I need to break your hearts as well right now. Don't get so excited. Okay, listen. When you do this, you come to Australia. You can come to Australia. Australia will allow you to come to Australia to work here. But finding work in industrial pharmacy is the most hard thing. It's not easy because there are a lot of many industries here. Eventually, those who are coming on the pathway to industry here don't think that they will get a job in industry. They need to move into community pharmacy work by doing the KUAPC exam. Similar way, the pharmacy technician people can come here, but they need to do the KUAPC. Same thing, industrial pharmacy guys need to do the same thing because all the jobs, all the vacancies, if you search on Google, lots of jobs in pharmacy, that means they're talking about community pharmacy jobs and they're talking about the regional Australia jobs. Is it clear to everyone? Does it break your heart? Because
Yes, sir.
KUAPC won't leave you because you're coming to Australia to work, right? You're not coming here on holidays that you're not going to work here. Australia is a great country for holidays, but if you earn, if you work, then it's good. Otherwise, people will cry if they don't have money here. Okay, I can see only 1 or 2 or 3 people interacting with me, not the 28 people who are in the room. Those are the backbenchers. We call them backbenchers. Or they are here just to collect information and then they will sleep. Hina said, clear, sir. Hira Ahmed, Arshia Naseem, Numan Ali, Khanse Azam, Mehek Ali, Aisha Ashel, Alina Hassan. I want to hear something from you, backbencher. Who's backbencher? Somebody's admitting they're backbenchers. Okay. I did a joke. Okay, sir. All these things are very clear. All these things are very clear. That's good. Look, I'm sitting in very cold weather. I got a cough, but it's not COVID. That's good. So I would love to see the notes, right? I'd love to see the notes from everyone. And I'll just share one thing. Who has seen my YouTube channel? Nobody. So nobody watched YouTube in Pakistan. Is that right? Looks like everyone is tired now. It's very long. Look, I have spoken quite a lot. If anyone has a question, please raise the hand and ask the question. 478869. 0401478869. We need to pay preparation for caps. Who is this person in Phoenixy Note 7? Who's asking this? Or we can you please come on the camera? That's a very good question. I want to talk to the person. Can you please discuss this? Hello. Someone asked a question that is any preparation fee? Thank you for giving us this and that. Infinix Note 7, answer is no. I thought you can talk to me, but looks like you're a very shy person. If you're a very shy person, you need to be a bold person. I need to tell you, communication is the #1 skill. Put a question, a brave question, that's good. But when I ask a response, please respond. Okay, Aisha, I will take your question first, please.
Yes, sir. My question was that in all this time you were discussing about what a pharmacist can do, what jobs they can apply for. My question is if anyone is planning to go for the postgraduate studies, so what is the criteria in Australia over there for masters or for MPhil?
Thank you for the question. That's a question which is a question not only from you, is a genuine question for all the Pakistani students that they want to do postgraduate, because we live in Pakistan and we have a culture that we need more degrees after our graduation. And if we don't have a degree, then we don't have a value in our career. But in Australia, as opposed, if you have an undergraduate degree and if you're a licensed person, you are the most valuable person. Okay. And coming to Australia on a student visa, coming to Australia on a master's degree program is one of the way that when these visas are not open, but when these options are open, then why not do this and come without paying those heavy fees? Because masters will cost you a lot of money, $30,000 a fee for a semester. It could be $140,000 fee for 2 years. So why to spend that money on postgraduate when you can come, because you already done the graduation, in fact, you can do the KUAPC exam and you can come here and settle and start working as a pharmacist. When you become registered pharmacist, then you can enroll in the master's program. When you have the permanent visa, you will be treated as an Australian person. You don't need to pay international fee. Then you can go for those postgraduate qualification. You can go for the PhD if you want. But do this first. Get you in Australia, get the visa, get the permanent resident, get the citizenship in 5 years.
All right, sure, sir. Thank you so much. And indeed, it was very beneficial and fruitful session for all the students out here.
Very nice to know. And I need to tell you one more myth. This is one myth that I come across this question with many students, that I'm coming to Australia on a student visa. I'm in a hurry. And in my last webinar, there was a pharmacist degree holder from Pakistan saying that I want to come and do the master's degree and that will actually waive my exam option, KUAPC option. I can become a pharmacist. So I said, yes, there is one master's degree in Australia which is offered by University of Sydney, but it's very costly, which actually overcome this KUAPC exam. I explained about this fee and instruction and this and that, and then I said to her, if you are so rich, then rich is one thing, your parents can afford it, but be smart, wise, take a wise decision, and also allow your parents to cherish the moment that you can do wonders, wonderful things. Even they have spent a lot of money in your graduation, they've spent time to use that whatever you have done and go to the next level on your own. And another myth is that KUAPC exam, I was talking to one professor last week in Lahore, University of Lahore professor, Mr. Farooq. He was referring that there is a big myth that CAPS exam is not easy. CAPS exam is very hard. CAPS exam, we can't pass it. Students can't pass this. So this myth is wrong. CAPS exam is not the exam where you need to study all of your pharmacy 5 years books. CAPS exam is the one who studies smartly on certain topics and pass the exam. And if you come to my network, we will give you the whole sort of course, books, material that you will take and you study. That's why I have a hard way of selecting people to bring in the group. All right. So be comfortable. Okay, I'll go for the next question. Amir Amin, please.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Am I visible to you?
I'm very well, thank you, Amir. How are you?
Sir, I have attended your previous webinars and
yes,
they are really helpful. Sir, I'm just highlighting the question one student asked in this group about the paired preparation for CAPS.
Yes.
Sir, I have seen paired promoted, you can say post on Facebook and Instagrams about the paired preparations for CAPS. They are asking for about 50,000 or 60,000 Pakistani rupees to attend their academic classes and to prepare yourself for CAPS, sir. I want you to highlight these things.
Okay.
Is this necessary or not?
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. There are
Yes,
certain people who done this exam, so they know how to pass the exam and they become tutor. And they think that they can teach people and earn money from this. All right. So this is what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And there are a lot of academies, online academies, some academies charge $2,500, some charge $1,000, some charge $500, whoever charge whatever they can. But they will give you
Yes,
the
sir.
same information which I'm going to give in my network.
Yes, sir.
But preparation wise, they're not going to come and at your home to teach you what to do. You need to study on your own pace in the network.
Yes,
and study
yes,
with the like you are in my group, I guess. Are you in my group or not?
Yes, sir. I'm in WhatsApp group. Yes,
So you are in my, because I got 4 WhatsApp groups. Which group you are in? Can you
yes,
please
sir.
tell me?
Sir, I'm in a fresh group you made about a week ago, sir.
The one which was made by the university or one made by me?
Sir, by you, sir.
Okay, please message me privately so I can check which group you are sitting, so I can relate with them, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you. And
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for asking this good question. Thank you. Mahanur, yes, what's your question, please?
Sir, I just wanted to ask what are the requirements here to work as a technician or dispensary technician? Because in my situation, I'm living here, so I just want to work here as like to enter in the field. I just wanted to work here as a technician or apart from caps, you know. So, what are the requirements here? I
Okay,
just wanted to know.
look, you need to have certain courses on your resume to show employer that you are capable, you know a little bit about the system. As I explained to you, you need to do the first year course. As I explained to you that you need to do certain courses, we can guide you in that. And I can enroll you in certain programs, which as a pharmacist employer that we need to allow to give that permission to our staff. So I can give you that access as a friend. You can do some courses. Those courses are free, right? So if you do those online courses, you get to know about a lot of things. Then you can put all those
Sir, your
certificates.
voice is not clear. There is something in the mic, I guess.
Okay, wait. Can everyone go on mute, please, except Manu?
No, sir, it's clear. Voice is clear now.
I think someone mic was on, that's why it was a distortion. My mic is, I think, pretty much easy and clear. So what I was saying that there's a pattern of CV need to be done, need to be developed, because I saw your CV. I think I've noticed that your CV need to be modified by those additional courses that you need to do. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So if you do that, if you do that in 2 weeks' time, you can be in work. But if you take wait,
Yes, sir. I understand.
that's why I was
And
saying you need to act fast. Someone said you like a
one more question, sir.
Yes, yes.
Like if we do like masters in pharmacy here, then we should we should we should have passed exam caps in order to enter to be a pharmacist here, or I just saw somewhere that universities do your placements.
No.
Okay.
Answer is no. Master's degree in clinical pharmacy not give you any exemption of caps. Is that the question?
Yes, sir.
So I replied your question. But there is a university, there are 2 universities or 3 universities which offer a master's in Australia, where a person like you can go and spend a lot of money. And this maybe $140,000 in 2 years. And that program is called Masters in Pharmacy, leading towards registration. So you can bypass the caps.
Sir, can you please name those universities?
What's the point? Do you have that much money? First of all, tell me.
Sir, I was just asking for the knowledge, like if there is any chance.
Search on University of Sydney website. There's a program called Masters in Pharmacy. Search in Canberra University, Masters in Pharmacy program, leading towards registration. Search in Queensland University, Masters in Pharmacy program, leading towards, but don't ever think to do that, because you will lose money in doing that when you can do caps in 2 months' time with me.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. So you are
Yes, sir.
you are knowledgeable, you are smart, you are in Australia as compared to many others. So act smart. Don't act as a person who don't know now things, because I have witnessed people who know a lot of things, but they don't act, and they lose time, and they lose time like 8 years or 10 years in their life in Australia, because they live in a very relaxed environment, and if they live in the comfort zone. Okay.
No, sir. That's why I approach you and take guidance and.
Yes, so you are not far from me. Just I need to do a session for those who are in Australia. Then I can guide those. I can give those access to them so they can develop their CVs.
Sir, I one thing more. I'm trying to I'm searching for the placement, but they are not letting me do work there, because they say you don't have any experience, and we need experienced person. So they even not allow me to even work as a pharmacy assistant.
Have you did the pharmacy?
Sir, your mic is mute.
Saying that have you been to any pharmacy? Have you visited the pharmacy people? Have you seen any pharmacy staff?
Yes, sir. Sir, I went to pharmacies here, like Priceline
When you
Pharmacy.
went to the pharmacy, I'll talk to you very straightforward. When you went to the pharmacy, what you noticed there?
Yes, sir. Sir, they just asked that you should have a talk to our manager. Sometimes manager is not here, and they are quite busy, and they ask me to come another day, and that I even show them the letter that they have given them for the placement, but they don't bother, and they say this is the Christmas and New Year, and and we are busy and we can't adjust you right now. So that's how they.
Okay. I know all of this.
Yes, sir.
My question was that what did you notice when you speak to a staff there?
Sir, I basically I have told you they ask for experience, and the way you tell me
I
that you
repeat
have
my
to
question.
improve
I repeat my question. When you approach to a staff,
Yes, sir.
what did you notice looking at them? What they were looking like? Were they open to talk to you, or were they very close to talk to you?
Yes, sir. Some were very they were there to assist me, but they actually they say at the same time that that we are very busy these days. They are there are holidays and they are not here, and the staff is not here, and you should come another day, and like this.
So they gave you the
They
excuse.
always. Yes,
Okay.
they always excuse.
Did you notice why they gave you the excuse?
I don't actually notice.
Okay. Can I ask, like, when you went there, were you wearing the dress how they were dressed up?
Sorry, sir.
They were in uniform. Were you in a similar type of clothes when you approached them? When were you looking similar to them, or were you looking different to them?
Sir, obviously a little bit different because I am Pakistani and they are, they have different,
In a Maria bead dress, were you in a Pakistani dress?
not at that shalwar kameez, but pants and, but in that.
This is what I call cultural difference. So we need to understand
Yes.
the cultural difference. We need to be ready to be in their culture, because you're coming to them, they're not coming to you, right? So you need
Yes,
to be
sir.
ready. You need to be ready for their environment. So
So, yes, sir.
this is what they say, that you don't have experience. This is straight away telling them that you are not ready for this market because you don't have experience to work in community pharmacy, because the baby that dress up, that how you dress up would be different for them. All right. And the way maybe we speak, we don't speak with smile. We speak very serious. Cultural.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the culture difference. If you change that culture, if you develop that culture in you and do those things, you will get the work.
Sure, sir.
Think about it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Rahif, can you ask the question and then we'll wrap up? Thank you.
Yes, sir. My question is, what is the fees for Wirte?
Can you check on the website, please? I gave you the website, and I think you're a smart boy. It's approximately $1,200 to $1,400, but I can't remember everything. Website is there. Just click. You can see that. 2 weeks time, one can get the Wirte result. Is that good? Rafi, can you see on the website? What is the fee? Can you please tell us so everyone can listen?
Yes, I'm just seeing.
Yes, these information are available on website. So I gave you the website, I give you the tools, so now you can explore things, and that's why people work with me in the groups. When they explore things, they share. When they share, everyone get benefit. Like a lady in Melbourne who lives in comfort zone. She's a citizen, and in Australia, Australian citizens who are Australian citizen or Australian permanent resident. Government has taken a broad decision that only overseas pharmacists who have citizenship, they don't have to pay the fee for KUAPC assessment, $1,300. They don't have to pay the exam fee, $2,300. So it's waived. They encourage people to do the exam. But the problem is that that person doesn't have a pharmacist registration in Pakistan. So they're actually stopping her. So whenever you guys getting your degree, straight away, next day, you should apply for that pharmacy council letter or certificate. Don't delay that for a day. Is there a high racism in Australia? High racism is everywhere. Look, INIFX, you asking very good question. Can you come on the camera so I can talk to you? I don't know even your name. We change your title to the name, a person, actual person, rather than a mobile name. Racism is common. Okay.
Sir, your mic is mute.
Right. What I'm saying that let's wrap up today's session. Is a good session, and we just want to hear back from you. And if you can join my network, maybe subscribe or put some comments. Whoever interested to link up with me on WhatsApp, please come with the requirement which I need. I don't need to repeat that again and again. Then I need you to send me a video introduction and a CV. Otherwise, it will be a lot of time. Please join me, and I hope Sana, you're happy with all the proceedings today.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And it was a very good session, an amazing session I have attended. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. We'll see you further. And I just see a note there. Hina saying that if someone wearing a like scarf, would it be difficult or look, wearing a scarf is all right. Okay. In a moderate way, how the Arabic culture allows, that's more acceptable in Australia. This is my answer. All right. And so find YouTube channel. Yep. I can, if you come to my network, you will see a lot of examples, no problem. Thank you very much. So we'll close the session, and I'd like to hear from you and some photos and some shares from yours. Okay. Thank you. Stay in touch.
Thank you, sir, for your time. And I hope the session was very informative for all the students.
Yes, ma'am, it was. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Walaikum assalam.